Okay, so awesome to start the month of November, on the 1st of November, to start with a conversation on LinkedIn. And we had a little bit of different plans, and you will see why I'm not going to extend this here. But today we're going to have a conversation with Cindy McGuire, who's joining us from the United States. I'm Iskra Petrova. I'm the host of this community, The Next Chapter in Life and Business. And LinkedIn is one of my passions. That's really interesting. I know that people have very polarized opinions about LinkedIn, about Facebook, about all the specific media. There is this traditionally established opinion that LinkedIn is only for business professionals, but things started changing recently, maybe the last couple of years. I was a month ago on a training with people from LinkedIn, from their training team, when on which they were talking about bringing in more video, making it more intuitive, more a place for connection. I really enjoyed it. I really got excited. And what we will do today is I'm going to share about my personal experience. I'm not a guru on LinkedIn. I have a modest audience of about 3,300 people. I have a newsletter of two newsletters with 1,200 subscribers combined, which is not a small thing. It happened kind of organically. So I will share with you from my research on justifiable, quotable resources. What are the recommendations for? It's almost the end of 2025 for this year, for next year, and how we can use it so that we grow our authority, we grow our connections, we grow our businesses. Actually, not the business, but the mass, the audience, the potential for our business, because we all work with people and we need people to interact and to sell our products and services too. And we will have also an open human conversation. Whoever is watching the replay, feel free to ask any questions, feel free to comment. One thing that I want to say, and something that we were talking with Cindy before we started, is that in any topic, human topic of conversation, there could be many different approaches, many different opinions, and they're all valid. It is
Right.
you who chooses what to take for yourself. You can blend different tips, we can blend different approaches. You can totally agree or totally disagree with some approaches. Today, I'm going to be sharing what I see working for me, what I personally resonate with as a content creator, as a coach, as a business owner, as an expert. And
Mhm.
my intention is also to help you open yourself to the possibility that maybe it's not late to start
Mhm.
creating connections, human connections on this particular platform as well. Plus,
Yeah.
I'm going to share with you something that I started doing 3 days ago, and it's really curious. It is an experiment that will lead to something that I will announce in 2 week time from now, but it just happens that it coincides with this conversation today.
Oh,
Okay, and
okay. Yes.
anytime, anytime you have questions, Cindy, you will tell me. We will
I'll raise my
talk.
hand.
Yes, I see you. It's just us right now. I'm really grateful for you creating this time, for being here with me, because I personally, as a creator, I need human energy to be able to express what I feel. I'm not this type of person who sits in front of the computer or in
I
front
know
of
that
the camera.
feeling.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me see. To make it more um, to make it easier, because there are different learning styles. Some people are really visual and they prefer to see it. I'm going to share something that I
Okay.
extracted from one of my tools. I have several research tools, paid tools, so I got the summary from them. It's not the simple chat GPT. I've invested it in other tools for my business, really helpful. I will share it now, so whoever likes to absorb this information visually, you can do it. You can watch the replay, you can stop, you can see it again, and then
Mhm.
we will
All
also
right.
have a conversation what works. Okay, so this is what we're
Okay.
going to do now. I will share. Let me just see. Yes, this is the screen that I want to share. Let me know if you see it well. Cindy, do you see
Yes.
that? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, wonderful. So here are the user trends and data that is available as of today, because today was the update of this research that I did. There are over 1 billion users globally. This is huge. This is incredible. This, I think, comes to convince those who were hesitating about starting on LinkedIn that there is time, and the fact that there are so many people using it, it means that there is potential, and also that there are very different people there. Like if 1/7 of the whole population of the globe is there, this means that people are very different. Not everyone is a business owner, not everyone is wearing a tie. There are people who are researching it for information, others are there to sell their services, to buy services. So it's great for people who are in professional services, for in coaching, creative sectors, even healing industries, or people who are trying to find out what to do. They can use it. Short form video content like stories, clips gets higher reach and engagement than text posts. This is interesting because until recently it was the opposite. Now this we can explain it in many different ways, because it's moving, because it's combination with audio and video. But my personal feeling is, and it's also based on research that I have been doing and also checking with other content creators, like some of the leading figures, is that in this era of AI, like first it's very easy everyone to produce content, but also the people who are more authentic, and this is one of my focuses, one of my topics, authenticity and teaching people how to be more authentic. I believe whoever decides now to embrace their authenticity and to start showing up as who they are, which is of course a process, they will connect easier with their audience because they will be showing that these are the real people. I'm not against the people who are using AI with the generated persona, etc., because there is also important message that can be delivered in this way. Also, there are people who don't like to show their faces for different reasons, and they're all valid. But my personal approach is to be out there, imperfect, and show up, and doing it with short videos or a mix of photos and videos showing me as a human person, because I work with humans. This is what works for me and anyone who is in these industries like coaches, therapists, mentors, or other creative sectors when where you have to connect with people. Just open to the possibility that you may try to be more personally present there. The
Right.
other trend is consistent posting 2 to 5 times a week correlates with 3 to 5 times higher profile visits and connection requests, which is incredible.
Yes.
Consistency, being out there, showing up, this is very important. Engagement rates are generally low, so building meaningful connections through comments and DMs is more impactful than chasing likes. This is very interesting. And
It
here,
is.
I think I personally have found that the interactions on LinkedIn feel more genuine. I really have people directly coming into my message box and saying directly, almost without all these masked and fake like interests that people receive on Facebook. Here, LinkedIn people just come and say, I have this, would you be interested? I checked what you've done. And actually had a conversation today with someone who came like that and told me, I'm doing this. Would you be interested in collaborations? And we jumped on a call and we had a really nice conversation. The authenticity and storytelling are the top content preferences. Users want to see real people and journeys, not just polished sales pitches. This is in relation to what I talked a little bit earlier.
Right.
LinkedIn algorithm favors posts that spark conversations, comments, and replies. So asking questions or inviting feedback boosts visibility. Like today, I will share in a moment my profile and you will see what happened today. Today is the third day when I'm posting these short videos, and someone who's not even a direct contact with me, he engaged in the conversation. He affirmed what I shared and he even asked a question to invite other people to continue this conversation. So it's in a nice, for me, it feels neat place, and I find it really genuine. So the recommendations for success is to optimize your profile. Every social media has different profiles, has different standards, but they can be optimized in a way so across the different platforms they look similar and they create the feeling of a brand. You don't need to be a brand strategist, you don't need to hire consultants specially to do that for you. You can go very clean, very neat, just be consistent in your message and the way you present yourself, and make it in a way that it works. Your headline and summary should clearly communicate your value and invite connection, not just your job title. And especially for people who don't know yet how to present themselves, sticking to your core values, what you believe, what drives you, what your purpose is, what is important to you. This is enough just to give the very first impression and be kind of a hook for people to connect and start having conversations. Show your personality, use video and images to build trust and relatability. We already talked about it. Engage actively, comment thoughtfully on other people's posts to build network and visibility. Consistency is key. We said that. Aim for regular posting, whether daily, 3 times weekly, or weekly. The different types of content, mix stories, tips, questions, resources, and occasional offers, balancing education with inspiration and engagement. Here, there are different theories, there are different frameworks. People can choose which one to follow. Like, you don't have to go for all of them to not feel overwhelmed or confused. You start with what works, what is the easiest for you. This is my motto, always to do the easy thing. So we always are able to create small wins that gives us the encouragement and the confidence that we're succeeding to continue moving forward. Leverage communities and groups. Join and contribute to niche LinkedIn groups relevant to your audience to establish authority. So here I'm taking this with a little bit of, let me see, of a question, because I belong to several communities and to several groups. I haven't seen them yet to be as powerful as the communities that we see on school or Facebook communities. What I see there is it just brings people together who have some interest, especially the ones that look most engaged, but um, they're like a platform for putting out inspirational quotes or offers. I haven't seen a proper community feel on LinkedIn. Then use analytics, track which posts get the best engagement and refine your content accordingly. I will show you how this looks like with my profile. It will be our tool for demonstration. Build your network thoughtfully, connect with people you want to engage with, personalize connection requests. This is also for the people who like to do that. Not everyone has to do that. Avoid spamming, focus on adding value rather than broadcasting sales messages. But here again, there are several mentors and coaches I have been around who teach people how to fake their sales message, pretending that this is a genuine interest. People are already educated, they can spot that, and it's not a good way to start a relationship, to start conversation. So what are the special tips for coaches, healers, or creatives? Shared client success stories and testimonials with permission or anonymized. Offer bite-sized insights or daily prompts for well-being, productivity, or creativity. Use LinkedIn polls and question posts to spark interaction and learn audience interest. Collaborate with complementary professionals for joint LinkedIn Live or content co-creation. And let me see, what is this? Use LinkedIn events and workshops to extend presence beyond the posts. So these things more or less are valid in general. They're valid for now. They will be valid for 2026. Something that I learned recently, and I will show you when I share with you my newsletter. It is now possible to add video at the header of the newsletter, which is incredible. I haven't started using it
Wow.
yet. This is,
Wow.
yeah, this I haven't seen it anywhere else.
No.
So, with my new strategy that I will demonstrate you now about being visible on video daily, I'm very close to adding this to my newsletter. So, let me stop sharing that
Okay.
and check with you. Did you find something interesting from
Oh,
this?
I no, I was it's it's stuff that I have heard before on with learning about and building a business and how to create engagement. But it's just reaffirms all of those things. Um, and platforms are platforms. LinkedIn is one. It, like you said, it had been more specific to businesses, and that's why I stayed away from it a little bit. But if you're it's bringing in more social aspect, you have to bring in a couple of those social things as well, making conversation, not always doing your pitch. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So,
Absolutely.
but I
Absolutely.
thought it was great.
Thank
It was
you.
great.
Thank you so much. So now we will see exactly how it works, and
Okay.
the demonstration will be through not a demo account, but my real LinkedIn account. Okay, let me share it. So here it is. I think this is LinkedIn. Okay, let's see. It looks like LinkedIn, right? Because all my social media account, they look the same. That's the nice thing, the interesting thing that I wanted to. Oh,
Uh-huh.
sorry, not this one. Okay, we're still on LinkedIn, right? I'm just trying
Yes.
to move it because yesterday with my business coach, we were having so much fun. She couldn't move around all these things that Zoom is opening. Okay, now I can do it. So you see that I have my photo, my personal photo, like the human being Iskra. I know that many people hesitate, they don't like how they look like, they put avatars, they put some
I
other
know.
things. It's everyone's choice. Again, I'm saying that in my work, because I'm working with humans and the human connection and the trust that we develop is part of my brand. Like, this is one of my core values. I
Mhm.
chose to put this photo. It's not made in a studio. I took the selfie with the good lighting and kind of neutral background. I did maybe a little, and maybe I added a filter so that it looks a little bit more contrast, because look at me now, it's evening here, the lighting is not good. So you see how my
Right.
face is not that contrast, but it doesn't take that much to create a photo and put it there, which directly creates this connection. I'm slightly smiling, I'm looking straight ahead, I'm looking in your eyes. So when you look
Mhm.
at it, you see me that my intention was to invite you to connect with me. So the banner that I have looks a little bit serious and solid, but this is also intentional because I used to have some other more colorful. And here the things that I stand behind. I am a clarity and confidence coach. This is how my clients call me. But even if it wasn't the case, I believe that everything starts with clarity, and from there we take the confidence to step into action. And of course, action emphasizes and enhances clarity and confidence. So all these things are connected. And here I have put the link to my school community. I have my name. This is a logo that was designed um, some time ago, and I have my bio. I change it very often because I always find a way to say better what I do. So it's not something that is carved in stone and stays forever. I also added, when someone clicks here, you can hear how I say my name. And you were so kind to ask me, Cindy, how to
Yes.
pronounce my name. So for people who are wondering, they can click here and they can hear it. And this is the connection. This is the link to my community. Someone can put here their website. This is, I
Oh,
used to be,
okay.
yeah, I used to be tribe ambassador for Evercoach, helping beginners and expanding coaches launch or grow their businesses. And here you see that it shows how many followers I have, and I have no idea what is this 500 plus connections, but this is the main thing. Whoever,
Right.
whenever I post something, people, these people, they will get notified because they're following me.
Right.
So what I can see,
Right.
You won't see
Analytics.
that because you will be a visitor to my profile, but I'm showing you what you see when you are in your own profile. I have
Okay.
access to analytics. I can see how many profile views I had, the
Hmm.
post impressions, I appear in searches. This is not really that interesting for me because for me at the moment the priority is to create more engaged audience and also to reactivate my audience because I haven't posted for a couple of weeks, I think. But you will see that still my community is engaged, my audience is
Hmm.
engaged, which is very interesting. There is an about section, and here in this about section people write different things. I have written
Okay.
about my work, I have written about my methods because I have my signature methods. Here is the link to the quiz, the of wheel of alignment that you all have access to when you join the community in the first free course. This is the link to the community. And this is my website, my blog. So you write as much or as little. Some people write just two, three sentences. It's always good to have something. Like even if I'm retired and I'm interested in that, or I used to be this and that, and now my passion is here and there, just to show you being human so people connect with you. Many people create their LinkedIn profiles and they leave them empty. They don't put a photo, they don't put a banner, they don't write anything in the bio. So what's the point of having this empty profile if you don't add just a couple of things and they don't have to be perfect? So what else is there on my profile? Here are my services: life coaching, public speaking, training, change management, executive coaching, leadership development, career, and I have other services. They will expand if when you
Yeah.
click that. And
Hmm.
here, what I'm featuring, this is my newsletter that I mentioned in the beginning. So it
Okay.
happened absolutely accidentally. 2 years ago, I decided to write a post, and then I got this prompt by LinkedIn. Would you like to write an article? I said, okay, let me write an article. So it opened a bigger space. I formatted my first article. It went out, and in one day, I got 200 subscribers, and it was totally crazy. It was
Wow.
absolutely unexpected. And the interesting thing is that this newsletter keeps growing even when I'm not posting. And the most interesting thing is that the newsletter is available through search engines for people outside LinkedIn. Maybe this is
Hmm.
how I'm growing my subscribers here and the followers here. I just checked. It is possible. When I share the link, it is visible to people who are not logged in LinkedIn. So I highly recommend, if you're interested in
Yeah.
uh, establishing presence on LinkedIn, to explore the possibility, especially if you are good with words or if you like to put your thoughts out there. It could be very short, blog like posts. Do it as a newsletter, because another thing that happens with this newsletter is when you publish your article, first it shows on the feed as a new content, as a new post here on LinkedIn, but also your subscribers, they receive it in their emails, which is
Okay.
amazing. So here there are several articles that I have featured.
Hmm.
They're old. I will open the newsletter after we finish with the review of the profile. So here are my posts, and you will see that here it doesn't show that there are many likes. There is just one like. There are three here. This one doesn't have a like yet. But the interesting thing is when we go, this is posted 4 hours ago. You see, today
Oh, okay.
now it's almost 8 o'clock. And the thing is, my audience is international. For some people in the United States, it's still early.
Yes.
Uh, I will show you what you see here. So this is the article. This is the short video. It's 36 seconds. And two people reacted, even though it showed
Oh,
one,
they won.
didn't show any, but it also shows that there were 64 impressions. This means that it was shown
Ah,
64 times.
right.
And This is the guy that I told you. He's not directly connected with me. He's a second great connection, but he affirmed what I said, and he even asked anyone else here face. So here is how conversations happen. I haven't heard about him before. Somehow this was brought to him because his connection was first great connection to me, and somehow this happened. I want to show you what the analytics show me. This is what I really like very much because it helps me understand more about my audience. So I know that for some of you, this might be boring for people who are not into data, but I believe that if we're serious about our businesses, we need to know, we must know whether we personally or we hire someone to do it for us. We need to know what is the
Mhm.
behavior, what is the behavior of our audience, of our readers, what they like, how they engage. This is very important. So 65 impressions, 29 members reached, which is amazing. 29 people who some of them several times read or watched the post. This is what it means, the impressions.
Okay.
It shows that average
Oh,
watch
how
time
long?
was 8 seconds, which is very little, but it means that some people just saw it and passed it, but
Yeah.
others watched more. Two reactions, two comments, and I can even see the video viewer demographics. You see, I mean,
Ah,
it can go very, very detailed. Seniority. Like I have noticed that most of the people who are reading, watching, engaging with my content are CEOs, top managers in companies, business owners, coaches. So it's interesting to know who our people are. Let me go back to
uh, it tells you a lot. It
it
tells you
does a
a
lot.
lot.
It does a
Hmm.
lot and helps me also tailor. So this is very interesting. I have had just the past 7 days, 377 post impressions, which is mainly because of these 3 days that I posted these short videos. And here is for you to see these tiny videos, 35 to 40 seconds long, with more detailed
Ah, I see.
description of what I'm talking about. Because as I said, I personally am very cautious about the learning styles because I also have people in my audience and also clients who are neurodivergent, who have some special needs regarding accessibility. I have people with color blindness around me, so I'm careful about how I'm organizing the color palettes, how I'm presenting the text. That's why I always use bullets whenever I can. Here I see that I haven't. I even have some mistakes.
Ah,
But I'm going to fix that now that we're talking. So this video that I posted last night, it has 135
already.
impressions. This has a different analytics. So let me see how to go back. Okay, yeah, because
Oh,
Zoom is
creator.
blocking that. This is very, very powerful. We can learn so much. So here are my certifications. We don't need that. Yeah, people can recommend you. I was a host of a summit and also a speaker at
Ah,
the summit, so they left a review. This is a client that was in my premium mastermind, and I have some other recommendations. So this is something that also brings more credibility, and this is not that hard to obtain from people. Whenever you work with someone, you can always exchange positive statements about each other without faking, just making it be real. So here are my credibilities, like my bio. And let me see what else I wanted to show you. Okay, let's stop sharing now just to have a little conversation, and then I will show you the newsletter and how to bridge it with what you're doing on school. And
okay.
because I see the time is just going.
I know. It just,
I'm so excited about how to be present and how to be visible, and I just don't notice how time passes. So, how do you feel about LinkedIn, Cindy?
oh, I am surprised because I haven't, I've on LinkedIn, but I'm not on LinkedIn. You know, I it makes me want to go and pursue it a little bit more, and you go and find you and find a few other people. You know, I have old contacts, you know, from when I was with the university, and I see a lot of them have been on LinkedIn, and they, you know, but I haven't really, I didn't pursue it that much when I was. So this was very interesting, especially all the analytics. I do like all the analytics. I think that that's a, you know, fascinating, you know, because otherwise, how do you know who you're reaching and who you're not? You know, it's
Exactly.
you're trying this, you try that. You know, so anyway,
Yeah.
it was very good. It was, thank you.
Yes, we need something to mirror back to us the result of our efforts. And how
Right.
can we do that? We either speak to people or we check the result, like the analytics, they don't lie unless something is wrong with the system that is making the analysis. But I believe to have 1 billion users, LinkedIn has a solid foundation and a solid system, solid professional. So I trust them. Like nothing can be 100% trusted, but
Yeah.
putting our mind and like judging for ourselves, deciding for ourselves when we're processing data, I think it's important to have the data and then we decide what to do with it. So now the last thing I want to show is how
Hmm.
my newsletters look like. And again, I'm saying everyone can choose to do something very easy, very differently. I am subscribed to Ariana Huffington's newsletter. She's broadcasting just
Oh,
once a month. And what she's doing, she's not even putting anything original. She's making a review of other people's resources. So she's curating the content, she's giving recommendations of
oh,
books, while the way I write as a writer. I express my opinion,
right.
I share things that I like, I give food for thought. Everyone
Hmm.
can choose their own personal style and do it in a way that brings them joy and excites them and make
Right.
and keep them inspired, because as we said again, I will use this word, consistency can become really boring and
Yes.
pressuring, and we need to find a way to keep it light and easy. Because in my research for my new program that I will launch in as I said, in 2 3 weeks, I went very deep in researching the mental blocks and the things, the factors that are stopping people from posting on social media. And there is serious mental health um, field of issues related to the blocks to be present out there. There is lots of
Yes.
overwhelm, there is lots of burnout, there is fear of criticism, fear of judgment, fear of showing as someone who are not who you are not, or you think you are not, like imposter syndrome, etc. This is a
Hmm.
huge thing, and this is what is part of my work and also will be part of the work that I will be doing, but I don't have any intention to talk about it right now because
Right.
I just want to keep the focus on LinkedIn. So let's see the newsletter and how you
The
can
newsletter.
work with school. So I will go straight away to the newsletter. Let me see how it happens. No, I will do it together with you so that you see. I is this the newsletter? Yes. Okay, so this is, we're still on my profile. Yeah.
Yes.
And we
Hmm.
scroll down, and I will tell you something really funny. I have a second newsletter that absolutely accidentally grew to 400 subscribers.
I didn't mean to do it.
It has just one article. It is written in Bulgarian, and
Oh,
50%, more than 200 people of the subscribers are English speakers. So
oh my goodness.
this
Well,
is this is very interesting, but let's go to the one that was intentionally developed, the one that started with this one article. So it shows that I had just one subscriber over the past days. The funny thing is that I haven't published a new article. It's just someone found it, whether on Google,
mm,
whether on
who
LinkedIn, and
knows?
just subscribed. So when tomorrow I publish my newsletter after I don't know how many weeks, this new person will receive it in their email, and also they will be notified here on LinkedIn, so they can come and comment here, but also they can respond in the email. So I have 33 editions, 33 articles. This is how
Okay.
I'm going to create a new article. The last one, do you believe that 3 months ago I'm talking about consistency?
Yeah.
I'm showing you what
Time
I
goes by
shouldn't be
very
doing.
fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one was 11 months ago, but I will show you. Let's click on this one. The one business model. Groups are your next strategic step for a future proof business. I absolutely believe that. Because when everything becomes AI powered and AI driven, I know that people are using AI coaches and AI therapies because of the fear of being judged, as we already said. When we
Right.
bring groups together, I believe that a human will have to facilitate these groups, and the human leader is going to create their reputation as someone who facilitates transformational processes and spaces. So here is the newsletter, this article.
Okay.
I'm sharing something about running groups. I think I had created, yeah, there is a wait list for people if they want to choose something. This is a short.
So now you're saying up here in the top part of the newsletter, you're going to be able to incorporate a video.
Yes,
Yes. So,
incredible.
see, that's
And
terrific.
the other great thing is, you see here, I can edit the article. So I can go back to
Oh,
my
okay.
old articles, I can edit and I can replace all the links to point to my current community, to my current
Oh,
website, and so many other things. And the people, the new subscribers who come, or even the existing ones, if they want to go and review an old article, they will see the new information.
okay.
And here we can view the stats. Let's see. How many members? 163 impressions, 69 members reached.
Mhm.
Maybe the 69 members, they opened their emails. I don't have access to the email addresses. This is something for everyone to know, even though I can export them from my generic um, contact base
Yeah,
on
you have a way to
LinkedIn.
contact them. You just can't see them.
I personally don't let myself do it because I'm respecting GDPR. These people
Okay.
have given their email addresses to LinkedIn, not to me personally. So I don't want to abuse their trust. And what I'm going to do is, with my newsletter article that I will post, I will say this is the short version of the article. If you
Mm-hmm.
want the longer one, I will publish it in my free school community. Here is the link to join. And everyone who joins, they have to put their email address. So this is
Oh,
voluntarily. And this
there
is
you
the
go.
choice.
You have a
This is
funnel.
what
You
I
have a
wanted
funnel
to
for it.
say, that here is how you can connect the newsletter with your school community. Let me open another. This one was 3 steps to taking the place you deserve. So this is more deep conversation.
Mm-hmm.
This is a free photo from Image Bank, and yeah, this is more like going deeper with the insights
Mm-hmm.
for being enough. And here is my 3-step blueprint: clarity, confidence, and bold action. This is my proprietary method, show up. This is whatever I do, I end up taking people through this process. Always
Yes.
starting with clarity, self-awareness, identifying where you are, always building the confidence and creating action and change. And this was about a master class. Here is the link to my old community. Now that we talk that I can edit it, I will come
Go
and
in and
I
put
will
your new.
change it. And
Great.
here I'm also giving credit to the author of the photography, because as a film producer, I'm very sensitive to giving the acknowledgement to the creator. So I appreciate this beautiful photograph, and I'm mentioning the creator, the photographer. Let me see what
Very,
else.
very, very good. Very thoughtful.
Yeah, and here these are some I have designed. This was for a master class. You see also, you can see how many people have reacted here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see another one that has maybe a bigger engagement. Okay, this one, 5 comments. There are comments on the published post on the news feed. So this was a year and more ago. And let's see if we can see the reactions and the comments under the article. But also, I think they could be seen under the post. So here are the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is very interesting, right? So this is a tool, very specific tool. It is set, it is done, and you just use it whenever you feel like. I think now that I started, let me stop sharing. Now that I started being present daily with my videos, now I will have every week, I will have enough content to make a summary at the end of the week and say, this is what happened, these are my thoughts, this is the feedback, what do you think? So
Mm-hmm.
this will help me be consistent and engage and connect with my audience, and I'm sure that they will appreciate it too. So
Yeah.
now that we're almost at the end of the hour, what are your takeaways? I mean, it was so much information, and apologies
It
for
was. It was a lot
putting
of.
it all.
I thought your content is excellent. You give a lot of variety and diversity in it. You know, in what you were explaining to me. I learned all about points and tips on how to get better at what I'm doing, and then showing me what the advantages of your LinkedIn areas and all the newsletters and how easy it is to access that and to build on that. Um, I think it was very informative, very helpful. So it inspired me to go and could check out LinkedIn, to see what's going on. So I thank you for that. That was a very good presentation. So
Thank
whatever you want to do with it.
Thank you so much, Cindy. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for giving me feedback. It really is important, makes a difference to me. And when you decide to update your profile, feel free to share it in the community. I think I have a thread which is only for LinkedIn so that we all connect
Okay.
with each other. We all start engaging because whenever we engage honestly, I believe that we are all people in this community who create meaningful things in life
Right.
and we have things to say. So it won't be a fake thing like some other squads are being formed just to boost. And the people, I have paid to be in such a group several years ago. I believe that we can help each other just to make our message stand up and be shared with the right people because we
Mhm.
never know who needs to hear what we have to say
Exactly.
now.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's really important, and we very often stay small because we doubt who am I to say that? Who am I people to listen to? But I will tell you, when I was starting, when was it? 2015, maybe, when we were starting putting myself out on social media. I remember I did a live and then I looked at it and said, oh my goodness, that's awful. I don't like how I sound and how I look. And it was like so many years ago, 10 years ago, it wasn't that popular to be out there. It was kind of
Right.
a brave thing. And the moment I was ready to delete it, and someone messaged me and told me, you saved my day, you saved my marriage. Thank you so much. This is what I needed to hear today. Thank you so much, Iskra. I said, oh my goodness, good I didn't delete it because someone needed to
Someone
hear.
need to hear that.
Yes. And since then I never looked back. It's true that I don't always look polished. Sometimes I forget to do the things that I'm teaching people, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just I mean I'm
Well,
not
we're supposed to be, natural. We are
yeah,
who we are. We're just people, and I want to
absolutely.
be able to relate to you as a person. Not,
Absolutely.
I'm not looking up to you. We're conveying information, and I want people
Absolutely.
to feel that from me too. So I'm learning that. It's been a process for me. I was much like you. I am not too good about being in front of the camera, but I'm getting better. I do my Loom videos for my new members and that sort of thing. So it's kind of nice, get a little face of me.
Absolutely. I
So
think the most important thing is that we're human and we genuinely want to connect with people, and we
right.
can do it exactly the same way we do it in our communities, exactly the same way we can do it also on social media, because people receive it as one-on-one interaction. I'm putting
Right.
it out there knowing that there are 3,000 people on in my
Yeah.
LinkedIn universe. Apparently there are more, because also the other people connected to them, like this guy, second grade connection,
Mhm.
saw it today. But this person, he sees me as talking to him. So this is how
Yeah,
we have to be connecting, communicating genuinely and as who we are. Otherwise, when we're fake, it shows. If not
it does.
today, if not tomorrow, there will be a moment when it will show.
Right.
So
Anyway,
thank you so much for joining me today.
thank
And
you. Thank
also,
you so much. I really appreciate you, and I'm glad that I was able to make it. We got the time
yeah,
figured out. I just kept saying, I better check. I'm gonna check, so I said, oh, there it is. It
amazing.
said 3 minutes on my on your page. And I said, 3 minutes. Okay, I'm getting
Amazing.
in.
Amazing. I'm looking
Anyway,
forward to seeing you share your updated profile whenever you're ready. No pressure, maybe not now, maybe in a week or in a month. And thank you for being in the community. Thank you everyone who watched it. And if you have any
yes.
questions, feel free to connect with me, comment below, and I will see you on the next event that we organize. Thank you and have a beautiful month of November. Ciao, ciao. Until soon.
Uh-huh.
Bye, bye, bye.
Bye.